Hey guys, welcome to the Avantnovis live stream. My name is Dan. First of all, we'd like to thank our Patreon members, Disney Disrespect, Nomad of the Plains, Puppet Master, Northern. How you doing, buddy? I see you in chat, and even more people that support and help us with this live stream. Let's go ahead and get started. Today we are making chat with maps. Hello, Puppet Master, Ryan, Northern. Glad to see everybody in stream today. How's everybody doing? I'm doing pretty good today. Let's go ahead and look at what we got here. Now today we are going to be coloring the map a little bit. We've kind of, with the biomes, we've kind of covered this already. Oh, let me get my notepad out here. Get all our information that we have had. Oh, Northern, I'm sorry. What do you got, dude? Just a cold, or do you got the corona, or whatever you have? I'm really sorry about that. That does suck. How's the sound, though? How are we doing on sound? All right. Okay, again, like today, we are going to start coloring this map in. To do that, of course, this is kind of a, again, we're going to talk about what we're building. Okay, sounds fine. Thank you very much, Northern. We are going to be coloring the map. There's going to be kind of a exercise in coloring it, even with a biome, and we're also going to be talking lore. We're going to be talking what's here. I think we got a number of really cool things last time. We talked about two eldritch beings. One is a shadow crow. The other is what we call the skinny puppy, which is it looks really cute, like a cat with tentacles. Then it grows up and gets really, really, really nasty. We also got bush chickens, berry chickens that run around. I think Birdie sent me that image. Let me see if I can find it. It was splendid. Let's see if I can find it online really quick. Oh, there it is. Just try to open it right now. I did find it. Okay, here it is. Yeah, this is one of our magic bush chickens. Really liked it. Great image. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go ahead and get started here. So to start, we're going to do what we did pretty much always. We're going to start with our mountains. We're going to go into the brush section of WonderDraft. We're going to click on this fill. We're going to click on mountains, and we're going to hit this brown. Now this is the same brown we used last time. And this brown is one that we've used on pretty much all the maps, which is really important. Oh, no, I accidentally closed chat. I'm sorry about that, guys. Ooh, Northern. A lot of new monsters and some lore. Let's hear about it as I start getting this done. Oh, we got to hit ground. All right. Brush size, we're going to come down a little bit, and we're just going to color the bottom of these mountains as such. Opacity up all the way. We don't want to go too nuts with these. We just want them to make sure they're not feeling like they're just floating there. So we're just going to put some color like that. And again, since we're making this on multiple maps, we have been using the exact same colors. Just going to go up and down and through as such. Now in this area, it's not as plagued by eldritch beings as except for this area here. We have this city with the docks, and I'm gonna eventually put it there. We have docks and we have other little things there that have been. It used to be a thriving city, and then something bad popped out of the ocean and got it. We were also talking about these hydra sharks that are a constant plague and a threat to everything here. We're just adding this brown color to everything. Let's go ahead and zoom out. Yeah. Zoom back in. And again, we're doing this so that the mountains don't feel just floaty. We'll come back and blend all these colors together. But right now, since we're going to start with the highest areas and go low, since we're also making a large jungle area, that's going to give us an opportunity to blend a little bit better. Let's come down here in these mountains. Now we're going to chase this color into the river valleys. Well, the top of the river valleys, the hills. Because this will be quite a distinct transition. Back in here, up in here, up in here. Also, Puppet Master's in the stream. Once again, Puppet Master, how are you? Glad you're in the stream. Puppet Master has been really one of the, pretty much our strongest supporter since for a very, very long time. And we really appreciate your patronage and also our help. He's also a member of Patreon. He's one of our world builders. He does some good stuff. Really good stuff. In fact, his latest map he shared was amazing. All right. Again, we're just getting this color. I'm kind of branching the colors in. Just like right here. Just a little bit of color there. Now, by doing the biomes first, it's kind of giving us an idea of what the colors are going to look like once they're all blended in. But again, we're going to do a lot of blending on this one because it needs it. Because it goes from very high to very low very, very quickly. Let's see. The first monster is the Geli. It remembers a black horse with seaweed-like material covering pretty much its entire body. It hangs out on the beach and hunts humans. It is capable of speech. I think you sent that to me. Do you want me to put that up, Northern? Let's see. Oh, that's Ryan. Let's see here. I can befriend, in quotes, human. Oh, where is it? Oh yeah, here's the image of the horse that he made, that Northern made. That's creepy, dude. It's cool though. It's very creepy. Thank you for sending that. Let's get back in here. So we got those horses down here. That's kind of, yeah, no, that's cool. I like this dark fantasy vibe we got going here. Okay, we're just checking around to see if there's mountains we've missed, and there's a ton right here. So let's go ahead and get that. And again, we are spreading the color down into the river valleys as such. Because we really want these mountains to not look like they're just floating. Same thing here, same thing over here on these guys. Do that very quickly. Big archipelago where all the bad things broke loose. Make sure we come down here into these. Just kind of going really fast. Yeah, I missed some here. That's okay. Always add some more colors. The Galai hunting strategy is to break the knees of humans with its hooves and drowns them. Yeah, it's unknown what it can do to humans. Also, yes, you can post it. Oh, whoops, already did. Thank you. I'll throw that up online on Patreon. Okay, sweet. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Northern. Do some good artwork. All right, throw that there. Just double checking on all our mountains that we're getting kind of this brown color in. Then we'll blend that with everything else. More color in there. Okay, let's zoom out a little bit and have a look-see. All right, there's our mountains right there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this amber. We're going to go up into our mountain area regions here. And around the mountains themselves, we're going to color that in. We're going to drop the opacity, though, to something a little bit manageable. Yeah, let's not do that orange. That orange is a little too orange. Let's do this yellow. Oh, goodness. Maybe we do want that orange. Let's grab that, drop the opacity to really low. Okay, there we go. And we are just going to hit around the mountains just to lighten it up. Well, not to lighten it up, just to add kind of a darker orangey field. And we're going to go right up to the base of the mountains. Not too much though, because we still want that. This one I don't think I did very well, so we'll add that brown back into it like that. Again, very low Opacity. The only reason Gaily won't kill a human is its docile state. Is if a raven is near, since it knows ravens can befriend humans, I guess. Does it take on the other personality of stuff that's around it? Like eldritch beings that are around it? Again, just adding some orange here. It's found in the temperate mountain zone and also by rivers and lakes. It can be found in fresh water and salt water. Very cool. Yeah, I remember being on a beach and seeing seaweed for the first time. Scared the living bejesus out of me. Just really kind of creepy. Did not like it. Still kind of gives me the willies. All right, so we're just adding this orange where these mountains are. Just low opacity. It is not eldritch horror. Okay, cool. Some folklore stuff. Very Welsh. The Welsh have some really creepy folklore stuff. There we go. They cannot impersonate people. That's cool. All right. Let's get that orange in there. And again, we're just moving that orange into the little nooks and crannies like that. We're trying to keep that brown on the mountains. Let's have a look at that from far away. Okay, that's getting good. That is getting good. Very dark sunish. Good campaign setting. Hey, Tensity, how are you? Welcome to the stream. We are right now discussing lore, and we're just doing a quick color of the map. Glad to have you in the stream. If you'd like to add anything or add lore or monsters or anything like that, this is the time. All right. So Northern, is it cool if I just copy what you said about it? So we have kind of a not just based off Kelby. I'm doing really good. I always am excited to stream with you guys, as people can tell. Oh, thanks, Northern. I have been writing down the lore of the 3 worlds we've done already, so it's getting pretty good. Now I'm just adding a little bit of orange on near this map, just to kind of keep the colors consistent in this land. Not too much, just a little bit. Just kind of highlighting around the mountains, not going too far in. Again, we want to keep that brown under the mountains, but we also want this kind of a dirty highlight underneath it, just with the watercolor effect that Wonder Draft gives us. There we go, just like that. Just kind of a warmth to that brown. All right. There, just kind of bring that down into the river valleys as such. The color coming into these river valleys is going to create like a depth for us. We'll blend some of that out, but it, it just kind of makes it look, makes it just pop really nice. Just like that. All right, up here. How we did this is we made the biomes first, and then we added the mountains, and then we're coloring in the mountains. We used a dark brown, and now we're moving into an orange. Kind of pulling from the mountains down into the areas, to these lower areas. Again, let's go ahead and take a look at, Windows key. Yeah, we're getting there. It is getting there. It's really orange right now. We'll cut that back quite a bit here in a second. But we just still want that consistent feeling coming down into the green. And then we'll start cleaning that up quite a bit. Just want that brown and green to mix. Right now I am using just a pen stylus to do this. I can switch over to mouse. Mouse, I mean, it works just the same way. With opacity down as well. Here, I just switched over. With opacity down, it just behaves exactly the same way. See, that's all mouse right there. Then holding space to move stuff. It's down here and make sure our river valleys are really distinct on where they are. There we go. It's kind of a, what would you guys say? Is this a dark fantasy? Is this, it's kind of a dark fantasy place. The history behind it, we created, let me go ahead and pull up another copy of Wonder Draft. Actually, I have it. Have it right here. This is the world that we created, and the land that we're currently creating is just down here to the southeast. And that is this world. Let's close that. No, we don't want that version of Wonder Draft up. And this one's just attached to the bottom there. Let's go ahead and blend this a little bit better. I'm going to switch back to the pen because it's really easier. We're going to go to this color here, and this is the hexadecimal for that color. If you wanted it, C9BEA3. Again, that's C9BEA3. Hit cancel on that. And we're going to very lightly, this is kind of a brown color. Very lightly in between the mountains, we're going to just add this color. That's a little too red. Let's go with a different one. Let's go with this lighter. It's decimal E4E 3D3. Again, E4E 3D3. We're just going to add this just between the mountains, kind of making a salt marshy feel. Not a salt marsh, but a salt plains feel. And it's going to help us kind of lighten up the map a lot. Kind of cut into that red a little bit. Not too much, just a touch. See how that's lightening everything up. It also pulls focus for the mountains. It creates a texture. It creates a kind of a low point between stuff. There we go. Just like that. The second monster is a Meleni. It's a snake-human hybrid which also lives in the mountains. It can summon small storms occasionally. It's the main source for rain in some parts. Ooh, thank you, Northern. Man, we're going to have a bestiary here in a second. Okay, let's go ahead and enter that into the notes. That's very cool. Did you send that to me by any chance? Digging your artwork, man. Really digging the artwork. All right. Kind of come down here. And again, I'm doing little circles with just a little bit of opacity. Just kind of cleaning up some of that orange and brown. Just a little bit, not too much. Because we still want to see that. Oh, no worries, no worries. We got about a 6-page paper right now. I mean, it's really brief. It's nothing like some other stuff I'm working on. There we go. All right. See, just this consistent little piece of color. And again, these little circles are blending. Little circles. Just like that. Just a lighter now going into that really dark. Same thing down here. I'm going to run this color up well, not too much. We're just going to focus near the mountains. Maybe run the color down into these areas. Basically where there's orange, I'm going to put this color. Just a little bit there. See how that looks? I like that. What do you guys think of that? Does that work for you? Oh no, Northern. I'm loving the bestiary. All right, coming down here. All right, down here, same thing. If there's orange, we're just going to put a little, just kind of do a circle of this stuff. And we're going to run this down just above see how we're adding that white where the hills are that the mountains make? Then we are going to add a ton of trees. A megaton of trees. The Meleni can also speak with other monsters, but it cannot communicate with humans. It is quite passive, which most of its aggression is recorded with fights with our little abominations, or what they call the skinny puppies. Scary things. Northern, it was you that came up with the tentacle cats, right? Some in the jungle. They're kind of like Naga, but I like how they make rain. Humans will befriend them in the... Makes sense why humans will befriend them. Okay. So we're just lightening the map up with this. We're adding... This is going to be our highest hills. Like right here, I'm just drawing straight lines. So it looks like there's erosion going down into these floodplains. See that? Creating texture, not blending in this part of the region. Again, up and down, side to side. You guys can see where my stylus is. I'm going back and forth in this area. Same thing right here, a little back and forth with this color. Same thing in this area. Oh, kind of got too close to the mountain there. My bad. So Control Z. Just coming down into this area. There we go. Also, I'm lining it up where some of these rivers are, just so we can see it a little better. Just a little back and forth. Because we want this to... you're based off my cat. What kind of cat do you have, dude? Alright, same thing. Just creating texture. Run this color up into the mountains. Just back and forth. Just trying to blend everything together so it looks good. Looking out for the orange regions. Blending up into the orange regions, but don't go too far. This is going to also help us, since we did the biomes first, this is going to help us make sure everything is looking good. Right here, we're definitely going to try and see how we're doing those lines. It's making it look like hills, and there's erosion going on. Pull this color up into the orange in this area. Just like we did up here, but just a little bit different. We'll be using a lot of green down here as well. There we go. Just a nice little blending of color. Let's have a look at that really quick. Let's see where we missed. We missed over there. All right, it's getting there. It is getting there. The trees will help a lot once we get that too. There we go. A little more there. Let's see. Always the third monster, which I have finished art for, is the Onacharig, as described, a horse with the head of a goat with a poison horn. It also possesses shape-shifting abilities. You know, when I get some time, I really should like just write down all this lore and post it. What do you think of that? We make almost a compendium here. Just like, you know, nothing big, like 16, 30 pages or so. I think that'd be fun. All right. Let's just come up here and do the same kind of style, the back and forth thing up here now. Yeah, like right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little back and forth, a little back and forth. In our deserty areas. Same thing right here, a little back and forth. Feel like the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, same thing there. Same thing over here with our mountains that create that rain shadow. We really want to express this height. There we go. There we go. All right. That is looking good, I believe. What do you guys think? Extremely hostile to everything. Nasty. Now, is that Eldritch, or is that just something that was in this land before all heck broke loose? Light up this area a little. What I'm doing now is just highlighting this dark green. I'm kind of staying away from because it causes us to lose the land. So I'm just kind of highlighting the areas that don't have that. Just a monster. Okay. So the ravens, the horse, and the goat thing our previous monsters. So we have those shark abominations and the cat things as the monsters. Very cool. Yeah, I'll make that available. Should I make the compendium available to everybody? I think that's the way I'm going to lean to. Put it up for like 2 weeks so people can download it. Then I'll just put it on Patreon for all time. Okay, just heightening it. Just getting that color balance. Let's have a look at that. All right. That is looking pretty good. Let's compare this to another map we've made. You guys can see my horribly dirty. And there's that. It looks like we have a lot of green to put into this, which is fine. Yeah, we got a lot of green. Let's kind of bring this down. Yeah, we got a lot of green we need to put in this. That's awesome. Okay, let's actually start working on the green. Let's grab this darker green first. And we're just going to hit the coasts of this. Start by hitting the coasts as such, just big circles. And then I'm going to carry the same green up into where the mountains are. Califar, it can always be seen under trees. It looks like a serpent with legs. It can converse with every language and hunts by swallowing its prey whole. Now, is that eldritch, or is that just a monster that kicks around here? We're going to, again, circling with this color. See how that kind of, it gets into that white we just put out. That orange kind of makes it into a yellowy color, which is what we're after here. All right, kind of come back here. Same thing over here. When I'm looking at this, I think I put a little too much orange into this map. That's just my 2 cents on that. Let's actually go and I think there we go. It's like, what's going on here? Oh yeah. Okay, we're back here. Let's have a look. It's getting there. This area is pretty good. We'll need to highlight it a little bit with some yellow, but we're going to run this green all the way all over the place. But we're going to just try to do one pass. We're going to run this green into the river valleys. Do you see how that creates, going from that dark to the light to this green? We were creating where the hills are. Trying to get rid of that dark green, but that dark green kind of adds a little bit of a depth and mysteriousness to this. And again, we're just doing circles everywhere. When it's time, we're running that color into the rivers. Real folklore. Yeah, I bet there's a lot of scholars and stuff that are trying to distinguish between an eldritch being. I guess I started calling them the sane races. There we go. Just some color in there. Again, anybody else that would like to add some beasts to this, that'd be awesome. Whatever you feel like. All trillions decided will not attack humans at any cost. Very cool. Probably knows if it attacks a human, it's going to get attacked. Alright, let's get this color up into the mountains too. Yep, anywhere there's that white, we're going to run this color in. Especially in this temperate area. Temperate zone. But that white underneath the green has given us this really cool little height and value. It's going to help us determine the shape and... Oh, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Oh, I'll make sure I post those. Again, any of the monsters we make, I do post on Patreon. The map itself will go up for free on Avantnovis.com. Because I think that's important, especially with these chats. All right, let's get some more color in here. Again, we're going to swarm this place with this green, just in this area. Then we will start adding forest. The stream's not going to be too long today. I have to go and edit a massive manuscript. It's for our narrator's guide for the role-playing game. That sucker is right now like 200 pages. So I'm going to have to get into that, and that's going to be fun. Here on the D&D scene, I just checked out, not checked out, but I'm probably going to get the Space Jammers, the series. I used to love that lore as a kid. That's going to date me. Saw that and I thought, huh, pretty cool. They brought Spelljammers back. All right, there we go. Let's kind of come back here. Now, Northern, do you want me to post those on the Avantnovis website as well as Patreon? That way people have a chance to see it. Of course, you'll receive all credit. Be careful. You might want to get people to start, doing stuff for them. Okay, sweet. I'll post that on the website. Thank you for that. Thank you for the time you've put into that. Still up here, still working here. Still getting this green everywhere. Let's compare again. Compare and contrast. All right. Looks like we have a lot more yellow that we need to add into places, and that's great. We'll do that at the very last once we get all this green in. We'll use that to highlight. Now I'm coming up here in these mountains with this kind of greenish color. Not going to go too far, except for this area over here. This is where all the mountains have caused the rain shadow to form. We want to make sure we symbolize that with this green color. Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks. Beyond the 4 lands. Once we get this done, I'll get everything written up. Make sure we share it. Now I'm just adding a splash of green down in this area because there would be some moisture coming off this, coming in this shallow sea. Just add that on there. Maybe we got some islands up here that are kind of the same. Yeah, let's get back down here. Let's hit the coast everywhere with the screen. Again, running that up into the mountains. And again, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3. All right, that's looking good. Still got some of that dark green. Really don't like that dark green. The more I play with it, the more I really don't like it. Oh, Piggy Island. Yes, we have some place called the Piggy Island. One of the people in streams, I think it was on Twitch, wanted an island that looks like a pig, and we went, okay. Kind of Lord of the Rings reference there. I don't know. Get this watercolor going here. Let's have a look at that. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. I think this orange is kind of muting. Let's get in these areas and let's go into this orange. Just really lightly in the temperate zones. Go right up to the mountains. Yeah, that's looking better. Come down here, find some of these oranger zones. I'm right near it. Now we don't want to replace it. We just want to use that as a highlight. Well, not really a highlight, just a kind of a base color for the watercolor. See that? Just a little bit. Just get rid of any orange that's really out there. But it also makes our colors, when we are looking at like the mountains and the valleys, it makes our colors look consistent. And that's the key here. We want consistent colors all the way up. All right, let's have a look at that. That's looking better. That's looking better. We got some orange down here we need to deal with. But again, not too much. Just where the rivers are, maybe where some of the hills are. There we go. Just highlighting it, make sure we still have that brown color in. All right. See if there's any other orange, 2 orange places down here. Still like the color it's given us. There, up here. Get rid of some of the orange. Not much though, especially right in this area. We'll color this area though. Color this green. Just a little tip here of this peninsula. Maybe up into this area, just a touch of green. Maybe not though. Just a touch. Yeah, let's just do it. Just a touch. Definitely here. And up here, and up here, and up here. All right. Let's have a look at that. Okay. Got our colors in. We can tell where people would live. Okay, the next part is we're going to use this kind of this yellowish color. Let's see if we can highlight the top of these hills. This yellowish color. Just where the top of the hills are. We're not going to drag this any farther or any place else. And again, it's all back to that light color we put in there originally that is showing up so well compared to everything else. And we're just going to put that where the top of stuff is. Not too much, just a little bit. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, we're getting our colors in good there. Except for right here, I just noticed this, and we're going to go in and we are going to change this. This is like green. Oh, no worries. Let me see if I got that. Yeah, my Gmail is slow. I'll keep refreshing it here and there. Right, I want this to be green. Get rid of that other dark green. Okay. There we go. All right, not too bad. Not too bad. I find I am actually fighting the biome colors quite a bit. Except let's double check to see how that looks. Again, we're after consistency. Yeah, that's not looking too bad. That looks like the other stuff. All right, like right in this area. This area. I think we've done a fine job there. Oh, I got it. Okay, let's pull this out. Zoom in on that. That's cool. That's what's found under under trees and stuff in shade. That is very cool. It looks very. It does look very folk art. It does look very not folk art, but it's something that someone would draw in a book, like an old paperback Grimorium or something like that. In big circles with this yellow, we don't want it to claim all this green we've added. We just want it to highlight the higher parts. Yeah, just like that. Again, holding space to move this fast. Oh, that's the horse thing. A gort. No, just kidding. Horot. Come up over to these mountains and in the more temperate zones, we're just going to add this yellow. Yeah, that yellow is really helping with that. I think I put too much orange in now that I'm looking at this. That yellow is really helping out, kind of cool it off. There we go. There we go. All right, a little more yellow here. Then we'll go back to the mountains and see if we've got rid of too many mountains. But I don't think we have. I think that is, we're hitting a nice balance between everything. Right there's an issue, but I think we're going to keep it because we want exceptions. Exceptions are very, very good with what all we're doing. Okay. There we go. It's looking neat. Again, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter stream. Let's go ahead and let's start putting trees down. And I forgot what symbols we use for the trees. I think it's this guy here. Yeah, I think that's it. Now, of course, we're going to make it as small as possible. Then we're just going to trace the outline. We're not going to get too close to the mountains. There we go. All this entire area is going to be jungle. So these are my good jungle trees. Now, I am just going to get as close to the rivers as possible, as close to the mountains as possible, since we have so many trees here. We're going to use our spray brush. Something I usually don't do, but it's very convenient in situations like this. All right, come down here. Same thing with this area. Making sure we don't get the trees on the rivers too much. A little's fine. A little is fine. There we go. Large jungle area. Lots of trees. Problem is when we get a tree like right there, it covers up the rivers, and we definitely don't want that. There we go. Same thing over here. Again, the hills and the mountains we want to keep just, this is mainly symbolism. We're telling a story with the language we're building here. We want to make sure everything is very much not on top of each other, but showing where the relationships are between things. These areas that are a little bit wider, like right here, I will put all the trees in. I won't do the spray brush because it's just too much. Too much symbols in one place. There we go. There we go. Same thing down here. Zoop. So that is an actual geological term, the zoop. Down here. Good question is, though, why haven't anything eldritch come down into the forest areas? There we go. I don't know why I just colored that whole place in. That's fine. Let's have a look at what we're doing there. That's good. We are getting there. Let's go ahead and fill this in, turn on our spray brush, and spray brush. Just got to move it slow. So you can turn it down a little bit more. That's perfect right there. We'll keep it about right there. All right. Let's go ahead and color these. Again, to color, we go to land, we go to the paintbrush, we click on trees, we hit this color, we hit fill. Oops, need our opacity at full. There we go. And we have our big Now, since this is a jungle, we have some kind of space here that we don't want. See these spaces here? We want to fill those in. Of course, that's filling it in with the different color tree. That's kind of cool. That's good to note. All right. Let's get back to putting the trees in. Turn off spray brush. We don't have any kingdoms on the map yet, but if you'd like to add some, we definitely can. I don't have any. The only place, Ryan, that we have an idea of something that's happened, oops, is up here in this crater. Oh, I need to save. That would be smart. Up here in this crater, we had a place. It's now just, crazy docks and stuff like that. What do you think? What would you like to add? Again, we have a very hot and humid climate down here, and then to the south, it gets a lot more temperate. I know we talked about like Roman Mongolians a little bit. Roman Mongols, heck yeah. Are they like into clans? Or are they like legions or something? Because it'd be cool if like a legion from the north or maybe from the northwest, from that big empire came down here and they got lost or something, but they still kept the military. They got the military strength and stuff like that. So they're organized into like legions. There really wasn't supposed to be any. We'll just come like right here with this jungle. Yeah, they like came down, they settled, and then they couldn't go back. Maybe because there was a civil war. We talked about that civil war with the generals up in that northwest region. So these guys have been down here like, I don't know, maybe 200 years. So yeah, so I like that. I like the Roman Mongol guys. Where where would you like that? Where would you like those guys? Like in these slower steppes or in the desert areas? Totally up to you, Ryan. Those are yours. Now the big question is what settled down in this jungle area? Do you have people there, or is it just like this, you know, feel primordial jungle that just kind of sits and seethes down here? Sure, we get all trees everywhere. Let's go ahead and up the density. There we go. Big old dense forest. Come down here and we make sure we add. That spray brush wasn't too dense, and we need dense here. Dense, dense, dense. There we go. Something down here, something down here. Coming back over here. There we go. Turn on our spray again. There. Just a lack of that. Come down over here. Wonder if we can spray this entire area without getting too close to the rivers. Well, it looks like we can. Does it because they would like to open field warfare for horse and legs? That's cool. Do they have any cities, would you say? Or just giant meeting grounds for the people, or holy areas that like interesting battles took place? All right, we're getting that jungle in fast. And so that jungle reaches all the way over here too. Kind of near where the mountains are. Not too much in the mountains. We'll get our other brush to get that close. Getting good with spray brush on this map. Kind of pleased with it. Just gotta be very careful. Yeah, see that? We got to be very careful with that spray brush. Come down in the jungles like this. Come all the way down with it. How many legions would that? How many legions would they have? We're talking like 1,000 individuals or like 100,000. Warhammer, they had a bunch of legions that they split up. I like 40k. It's fun. A little dark, but pretty fun. There we go. All right. We also have our jungle here. We'll just come all the way up with that, just like that, all the way over here. We have the twin deltas. These areas, I'd like to highlight those so they really pop out. Maybe we have some civilizations there. Desert because, yeah, desert. So we have the desert guys. We need to think of a couple of, maybe near the deltas we have 2 cities. That'd be kind of cool. That are just founded by travelers, or they're conquered from the indigenous people of the land, and the indigenous people are up in the jungles. They are pissed. So you could, if you're playing characters, you could join on either side. You could join the ancient people, like kind of Mayan thing going on there. That'd be cool. Would be very cool. Maybe some of the Legion people conquered the deltas. They're just trying to hold on to it now. It's a little parallel with what's going on in our world, and no, this is a fantasy world. To heck with it. All right. Place of significance, yeah, battlefields and stuff like that. That'd be cool. You get these old warriors, you get these old legionnaires and stuff, and they're like, this is where we did this. This is where we fought. This is where we shall meet. This is where we shall bleed together. And this is where we'll die. Stuff like that. Oh, thank you. Let me grab that for you. Just refresh that. It's from Ryan. Now here we go. Here we go. I just found something. Nope, that is from someone else. Alexander. Do you not know why that's not showing up? I haven't heard of that kingdom. What's up with it, Brian? Thank you, Northern. Once that pops up, I'll make sure I post it. Okay, let's put another jungle here. Maybe you have a bunch of jungle civilizations that are kind of like the nomads, the Roman nomads up there. Maybe we'll make like 7 legions. Each one has 1,000 warriors. Just gently, very gently put that there. Then we'll have to go in and fill. Uraturu. I have not heard of that. I'd like to know more though. Okay, we'll start over here. Getting the rest of these trees in that we couldn't place with the spray brush. kingdom is basically the Armenian highlands. It was considered an Iron Age kingdom, but that's what's really cool about them. Say they would build cities and walls cities so everyone was fortified outpost or structures. Northern says, anyways, I have some more monsters. Ooh, send them. Let's refresh my email. Estonia. Man, you guys give me such a lot of information. I've learned so much from you guys. Especially about regions I haven't known. There we go. Get that in there. Same thing up here. Ancient Assyria and Babylon. Yeah, that's awesome. I watched this, I think it was a 3-hour long video on Assyria. That was interesting. Set that there. Same thing down here. Again, large jungle, very wet. We have these mountains that are going to block off some moisture from the side. That's cool. When it battles, the Talamanki, a lizard thing who would bring humans to the death by drowning and eat. Ooh. Let's go ahead and copy. I love the ghost you sent. You guys will love this. Check this out. You sent me these. I love those northern. Yeah, just send that to me. Once again, I have you on the channel. There you go. And Ryan, we need to get together sometime, just do some maps. I'm super busy, but that would be cool. I will be streaming Wednesday and probably Friday too this week. Wednesday is going to be a big one. We're going to put all the kingdoms and stuff. I think I would like a lot of kingdoms here. I like the nomads and stuff like that. I would like some aggressor states that have fortified themselves maybe up on the coast when we work on that. That is, I think, an emperor, or they call it a hegemon or a hegemon or something like that. An emperor would be kind of, a nomadic emperor would be very interesting. No, the lore's the best. But down here, I'd like some territory controlled by like individual. Maybe we have some like Mayan elves. Ooh, yeah, some like feral Mayan elves that are in this area down here that just they fight with each other like crazy. They have like Mayan temples and stuff like that. They're like really unsettling looking elves, all, you know, punked out and spiky. I don't know. That's why I'd like to do something. I'm these maps I love doing because it's like total imagination with everybody and it's fun and we get to do lore together. Right now I'm kind of in a rut on what maps to do. Because I've got so many projects on the shelves. I'm making this huge compendium with this guy doing all the cities in it. I'm working on our role-playing game, which is it's gotten crazy. We're almost up to 230 pages just on the core book. Yeah, I should take a day off or something. Sundays are my day off. I usually just chill and rest on Sundays, but I'm definitely working all other days. Let's have a look at that. Oh, check that, guys, check that jungle out. Let's go ahead and fill that in. Yes, yes. How does that look, though, once we get the color? There, we'll just hit trees, go whoop. That's cool. We got some areas that I think we could add some more trees, like right on this guy here. And we'll add some more trees there so it looks halfway. Looks better. Yeah, I think going in and adding trees first and then doing the big spray brush is the way to go. Because you can create the boundaries and you don't have to worry about overflow. Like right now I have these areas which are definitely overflowed. Day off streaming. Let's see. An idea for the map could be a kind of maybe what some of the castles would look like, and you could do that indent and drift, and we could work on an actual country map. We could work on a battlefield map. That'd be cool. Just kind of zoom in onto one of these. Down here, yeah, we got to fill this in area. Oh, yep, I see him now. Ooh. Let's get these bad boys out. Oh, new tab, nope. That is cool. That is very cool, Northern. Now, which one's this one again? Then we have this one. I really like this one. This tree. I like that. It's like it looks like a tree giving off a gas that's its leaves. That's something we haven't seen before. That's really neat. There we go. That was the human serpent hybrid that could control storms. Nice. Now we'll get together sooner or later, Ryan. I'll email you, and I'm kind of constricted in the next 2 weeks because of projects. Because I also have to get a copy draft and an editor as well. But once I get that copy out, I'll have some more free time. Of course, that's scary because I've never gone to a professional editor before and I don't know what to expect. Probably going to get totally ripped apart. All right, let's come down here with these trees. Okay, so in this area we have tribes of elves. Maybe each elves has a patron deity. That'd be cool. Like a deity they all worship. They fight for, and maybe the deity fights with them. Kind of like avatars and stuff, but it requires like sacrifices. Yeah, why not? That's kind of cool. They only tolerate, yeah, very hostile. Had a baby in the race house, done Egyptian style orcs for a desert region. I've also done Roman Chinese civilization. Things that one's from my book I'm working on. Nice. More flags. Yeah, I think very tribal. Think, kind of worn fabric and stuff like that. I do like your flags there. There we go. Let's get some more trees outlined. Yeah, it feels like I'm taking more time fixing stuff right now than I'm actually doing stuff. Let's go ahead into another region. We got our jungle kind of in there. I think it should come down, maybe come down all the way here. Maybe down into here. Yeah, I think that'd feel better. Let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll move on from the jungles. So we'll trace our outlines of the trees around the mountains as such. Deep, dark things that were before the advent of, the eldritch stuff that came into the north. Hey, Northern, thank you so much for being here. Love the art. Love everything you're doing for this. Please, please, please. Please make sure you come on next Wednesday. Really like to see you there. And thank you for all that you've done for the channel and for making this. Really do appreciate it. All right. Puppet Master, are you there still, sir? Talked with Billy Hollywood. Yeah, so if I'm going to do the Roman Mongols one, definitely going to do those guys. Definitely going to do those guys. Those guys are cool. Okay, and then we'll turn on this and go. Trees suck at placing. But we're getting this done real quick. Thing you want to think about is line of succession with Imperials. It was being a basic control everything. It's a very simplistic view. I realize it's more complicated than that. However, the Mongols and Confederate. Yeah, would they fight a battle? Would the different clans like be recognized and just fight a big old battle to see who's emperor, and they're emperor till they die? So there's kind of a scramble for. Well, not for power per se, but for prestige for the different clans. Well, the different legions. Maybe each legion is. Well, I don't want to go as far as 40k, but what if each legion had to have a specific number of men with them to fight in the ritual battles? Okay, make sure we get that all covered. Just cover everything here. Get the density, placement density really good. All right. Big old jungles. Let's fill that. Let's kind of come over here and let's make some smaller little forests and stuff. I think if we're having any civilization, if we're having any kingdoms, this is where our kingdoms would be. There we go. Just a lot of coloring today. We were doing a lot of trees today. There we go. Same thing here. Same thing down here. Yeah, I like that. I like the ritualized fighting. You know, once they've shed blood for the Emperor in their battles, they're loyal to him. Maybe the Emperor would absorb the... Yeah, they'd absorb the legion that fought. So one way or another, those legions would be part of the Empire, the Emperor's Legion. That'd be cool. Now, just realizing that we have a little bit of a problem down here in this area. We need some rivers. So let's go ahead and we're going to actually make a couple, like a large amount of rivers that come through this area. So I'm just erasing trees right now in the smallest size. We'll just put the rivers right where these are. Okay, we go to land. We go to eraser. We can make sure this sucker is down to 4. Come in here and we put our rivers just like that. Same thing here. And this guy's going to be a little squiggly. Little squiggle river. There we go. Same thing up here. We have this there. We have this other one coming in here. Okay, sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Let's go back to the symbols. I think the Legion itself is, the prestige of the Legion is better than like the size. So you have these legions running around and fighting these eldritch monsters that are from the north. Kind of like riding monster hunters. What do you guys think about that? And each one is trying to defeat the bigger the monster they defeat, the better. Because one of the eldritch ones, they come down and they have a eldritch spawn that come with them. Kind of like in great herds, those legionaries have to kill them. Number of legionnaires, yeah, I think that worked too. Yeah, and I'm going back and forth on some of these other little forests. And the bigger the forest, the closer the water it is. So Dead would have more 10 if it, yeah, let's see. Saniphaginix. Saniphaginix? I don't know what that word is, but tell me more. All right, we're up here. Down here. We've been streaming now for 1 hour and 13. I think, okay, we got the elves here. We got the legions up in this area. That's really cool. Significance. Gotcha. So the dead would have more significance. Make sure they all bury him on the battlefield. That'd be interesting. After the ritualized combat, the one side would bury the other side's dead, and vice versa. Get to know their names. Maybe on the legions, on their armor, they had like their deeds and what they accomplished and stuff like that. And the people that bury them would have to record it and stuff like that. The deeds, yeah. I like the Legionnaires. I like that a lot. Maybe because they're in the desert, anybody that can hold a sword and wield a spear, maybe they're part of the, they can be part of the Legion. You could have emperors or empresses. That'd be cool. Will they have magic, or is it just sword and spear? There we go. Put some more right there. Getting there. Some more right there. Other boundaries for this force just be like right here. Stitch them all together. This is going to be fun. All right. So let's see. Let's go for 10 more minutes and then we'll call it. Have these giant, like, I forgot what they're called, but like the Roman armies standards. Yeah, they have these giant standards. So maybe the legions would have these standards that showed what they killed, or maybe even the bodies of what they killed, like their skulls and stuff. That's really cool, but still kind of legionary-like. Oh yeah, yeah. They have wards on them. Oh, that'd be cool. They have runes that protect runes that protect on their armor and stuff. And each rune is something significant they've done. So the more things they've done significant, the more power they have to resist the Eldritch things. That's cool. All right, let's kind of come down here. I want to fill this whole area down here with jungle. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Jungle down here or just leave it like it is? Let's go ahead and fill in. Go to land, click on our brush, make sure our trees are on, hit fill. Maybe all the way down here too. I might, with the trees, go, yeah, about that. So they're not so, tree. Well, that'd be cool. Big old obelisks on the where they've shed, where there's been blood or where an emperor's been made. That'd be really cool. Have an entire legion of archivists that write down everything. That only answer to themselves in a way. Yeah, we're gonna make this. This is good stuff. Well, with that empire kind of solidifying itself, that big empire in the first map we did, what do you think if they started coming down into this area, running into those legionnaires? That'd be a bad day at work. All right, now we're down here. Using our spray brush to get all of this at once. Making sure that our placement is high. Yeah, it's definitely add the trees first, add the outline of the trees, and then add the spray brush later. See how fast we're working there? That's what we want. We want fast and confident. Ward blood for the gods. Yes! Maybe that's how they get rain. Ah! Just imagine these huge cloudy steeps with, these big old horses. You got mist through this desert area. Yeah, this is a lot of forest. This is basically a jungle that we're making here. I don't know if I like it, but it's definitely got the jungle feel. Let's go ahead and color these really quick. Yeah, it's a lot of jungle. I think we could back away on some of that. We'll just have it stretch up into these areas too, but we'll have it recede down in these areas. So, yeah, we'll keep going here for a couple more minutes, then I'm going to call it, because right now all I'm doing is trees, and it's just, trees are, there's a point that trees are just boring, and I think we're kind of hitting that point. Yeah, that's let's go to Google Earth. Not Chrome. No one likes your Chrome. Take up too much memory. Yeah, I know how to view. But yeah, this is kind of the look I want for the forests, or if we go over to the Congo. What's left of the Congo anyways. Just deep area. We might turn the land a different color since it's such a stark contrast. I think that's what's really, I think that's the stark contrast is what's getting me that I don't like. Maybe we'll just reduce the color, but we're going to have some little jungles here. Some bigger jungles right in this area. Kind of pull back from the coast a little. We'll keep these in the rain shadow. Make it interesting, just like that. There we go. Just put these in the rain shadows. So these would be very dense, dense jungles. Really dark ones right here, since there's so much rain collecting on the sides of these. This guy here, we'll put the wetness right here. Oh, we got another. Forgot we made another delta right there. That's cool. That's cool. I like deltas. Okay, then we're down over here. All right. Let's call it right there, guys. We've been going for almost an hour and a half. You basically get the idea with coloring, how I do the coloring. This is how I do jungles. Well, again, like over here, we'll sparse them out so it looks a lot more realistic as they recede. But I think I really like where this is going. I'll get this up on the avantnovis.com as soon as I can, and also on Patreon. Get the actual file on Patreon. Yeah, I'd like to thank everyone that's been here. I'd like to thank especially Northern for his art, Ryan for almost teaching me how to redo maps, which I really appreciate. Also, our one and only Puppet Master for always being here, Nomad of the Plains and Disney Reject for their support on Patreon, and also everybody else there. Really enjoy these. We'll be back Wednesday, and Wednesday is going to be really fun. We're actually going to put the kingdoms in. We're going to put where people are. I think we're also going to do kingdoms from the previous map, just to, so we can sort that out and everything else like that. But thank you so much for coming, and I will get this up as soon as possible. Thanks, and I will see everybody else on Wednesday. Have a great one.